Oh. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my god, I'm so tired again. Fucking hell, mate. Meow, meow, meow. Where's my Firefox gone? Oh, no, Chrome. There you go. Gotta swap my music around. Swap my music around. Uh, 1 hour of the same music from Fontaine. Let's see if I go crazy today. Doo-doo-doo. Anyways, today we continue. No updates here and there. I've been a little bit distracted, I think, for the past few days. I can't remember what I've been doing though. I might have just been sitting around like zoning out before and after streams, to be honest. But we still have to, go through the entire 5,700 images and figure out the ones that we want to use for reference. That's the most important thing at this point, right? Everything else we can kind of hand wave or like delay for a little bit, but this one thing, it's gotta happen. Gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do color checks off screen though. It's so lame. And then after this, maybe you have to look at a new tablet. Jesus. Might actually have to look at a new tablet. I always say it, but I never do it. Okay. Two beans. Oh, because I turned down the opacity. Sorry. So confused. Actually, I was looking at this on my other monitor and it didn't look so dark anymore. Hmm. The color on Ria herself is also kind of okay. I thought it looked a bit weird yesterday, but it actually looks fine today. The silhouette, though, I don't really like though. Hmm. Oh my god. The greatest problem, the potential reason we might not make good progress today is just simply because I might be too tired. I might just end up going around circles if I'm not paying attention. I can feel myself slipping again a little bit. I forgot I added this nonsense. Where is velocity? Oh, nice. Yeah, this part doesn't join up. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should stop bothering with the finer details for now. Let's just get the what do I want to do here? I might need to make it darker, but she's not standing out. I'm not really sure because there's not much light hitting on anything in the front. They're meant to be a little bit hard to see, I think, as I mentioned yesterday. But it's also not necessarily a very sort of easy to read, I think. Which is what we wanted, but as a result of that, it's a bit hard to evaluate as to whether if it's good or not. Because by definition, I'm kind of going against what I think is good. Oh, the values are really close right now. They're still not really visually distinct. Before, I think this is actually brighter, yeah. By ever so slightly. Might have to rebalance everything up then. So I had to make it darker. Or rebalance everything up. But I guess it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, what I'm saying is I want the foreground to be darker than the midground. Then the rebalancing can come afterwards in the form of adjustment layers. So it doesn't really matter which way I go for it right now. I will just go with stuff that I find a little bit more easier to stomach, I think. Because going darker is very counterintuitive when I really can't see as a result of it being dark. Even if that's what I wanted. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Steam color. Yeah. Saturation. Oh, what should I do with it? Nice. Oh, I see. Is it better to not have clouds here, maybe? It is interesting, I think, because everything that is I can keep it as close as I want to, but then the original is a composition without a character. So if it looks balanced originally, adding new elements is gonna make it a little bit off balance. I think that would make sense. I should be required to remove something. Maybe rebalance the colors a bit. I just don't really know. I don't have a good idea where I am gonna end up. And I also don't really feel like there's much to do here. If I get rid of this here, it'll be a lot easier to read the silhouette. In fact, even this part here. Maybe something like this would make more sense. Why am I looking at it from so far away? What? Nice, dude. Well, so- Hello, Uni. What's up? What's up? Not many people here yet. Or here today, perhaps. Very cool. Just another day. Job's done. Job's not done. Part of me already thought about that. I should probably have added the wires in first, huh? So I can just double check that I do actually want all of the wires in there or something. It's alright though. It's the stupidest thing I've ever spent time on. It doesn't even need to be straight or make sense that well. Much. Oh, it's actually here though, in between. Might keep this part empty, I think. But then there will be the wires going into the distance anyways, right? But I suppose I wouldn't want to lower the contrast here. Oh, but then if there's like some kind of a lens effect, maybe some kind of a glow in the back or along the edges of the character, then maybe. But then it kind of implies that the light source is there. Anyways, let's just worry about it later. Very cool. 나루호도 어찌다니? Where? Oh, kind of on both sides. That was good, Uni. Oh, I've seen this before. 100%. Our station, I see. Oh, do they have a link? No. Discordo, Discordo. Dun, dun, dun. Impression? Chunk? Oh, I guess they already have a different name here. What is this? What? Oh yeah, okay, it's the same artist. Very color. Holy. I do quite like it. I just don't know how to process it right now. So like this is kind of interesting. I guess they must have updated their website, ArtStation. I don't remember it being like this. Color and brushworks one. I guess the shape isn't necessarily right. I guess the main thing is colors, right? It's not like there's like a very distinct set of shapes that they always use or something like that. There's no line art. Texture wise, it's also nothing too unique. It's just the colors. The colors are what makes everything pop and make this artist unique, I guess. It looks normal. Oh, interesting. I wonder why. Is it because it's under projects? No, wait, hang on. No, it's still just ArtStation. Maybe like A/B testing here. On the portfolio side? Oh. But is it still not ArtStation? You get to hijack the ArtStation domain name like this? Ho ho ho. They're all the same domain here though. I imagine they all open up to the same thing. Wow, the colors are so nice. Their full name. Oh, interesting. Oh, so you get a subdomain, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cool. Looking very slick. Very cool. Portfolio site, huh? Makes sense, makes sense. Thanks, Uni. Yeah, I'm not sure. Need to check this one. I see. Interesting. I think I've talked about this before. Like, it would be nice if we have like a checklist to go through and figure out why is it that I like certain things or not like certain things. Um, my UI breaks if it's not full screen. But then now that I have this thing, I don't need it to be in here actually. I have the tags that I created for myself. So if I were to choose one for this artist, like what would it be, right? Like I would say colors for sure. I think I should split this up a bit more, but colors for sure. That's what makes it stands out. The mood and everything. It's always very cohesive. It's very nice. Like a yellow piece, blue-green piece, purple piece, warmer pieces. It's just kind of like diachromatic. Maybe complementary colors, right? Kind of orangey and kind of bluey. There's a general theme to like every single piece. Where's the... Yeah, this one. So this one feels more psychedelic than usual, but it's still blue and green dominant. And these are accents. Anyways, thank you, Uni. I would like to get a copy of them. Possible. Oh, okay. Nice. A bit lower res, I suppose, but I can grab this. How am I looking at? Is she facing the sky or is she not facing the sky? You think they put this on separate layer for the character? It doesn't feel like it, right? Like all these areas here. But I mean, it could have been, right, with opacity setup on the fire. Because like, only imagine, like, there's like all these glows and subtle gradients and stuff. If you screw up and you want to paint over, you have to redo that, won't you? Colors. Right, right, right. Oh, I see the second layer now. Good stuff, Uni. Thank you. Because of the structure there's underneath. Right. Why is the structure here? Oh, I see the value. I'm not quite doing the same thing. I don't know. Anyways. Oh. That's not true, right? This is still just means that there are things that are brighter than others. Same. of the virus. I have no opinions one way or another. It was maybe a little tedious, but I suppose it's in there now. Looks okay. It's alright. Alright. Alright, mate. The mismatch of colors and saturation and all that between my monitor and my tablet is quite difficult. Indeed. Indubitably. It looked a lot less saturated than it actually was on my other monitor here. So I end up being a lot more desaturated than I would like to be. Point, mate. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Are you having a laugh? Just a chuckle. Just a little chuckle. Meow, 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 meow. I wonder if it makes more sense for the midground to be darker than her. I don't know. With and without lines as well, it's gonna be a bit different, I imagine. Okay, let me take a second here, right? Because what was the other one we did? The other one we did that's kind of the same thing. I think real life is just kind of boring. The colors, right? You don't get like really fancy stuff like this. Other colors on the side. All the vibrant grays and whatnot. This is reminding me of the past where I would draw stuff and I would get the reference and I can only stick to exactly the reference. But then you can only learn how to do different things if you've done enough of that though. But at least for like anatomy and proportion wise, if you understand the stuff underneath, right? The anatomy, the structure, skeletal structure and whatnot, it becomes easier to do your own thing while referencing someone else's thing. So I guess in this case, I probably still haven't touched on the most important thing, which is like just breaking down some of these colorful things. It doesn't trigger on everything in the background. That's interesting. I wonder what the difference is here and here. Oh, we need a color picker here. I just realized. We need a color picker so you can just look at the colors immediately here. This one lets you single out hues. So you can see like this part is all the blue and... Oh, I can take out the pink. So all the blue stuff is over here. The green stuff is over here. And then if we lock the sort of hue range here, you can kind of be a little bit more specific. And of course, you can also go the other way. The redder stuff. So it's pretty much like a rainbow. Goes back in. I don't know why there's still empty spots, by the way. I'm including everything. Something's messed up. But anyways, yeah, I'm not sure. Because I was thinking... So in my head, this felt a lot more sort of moody than what I'm seeing now. I wonder if it's because I am sort of adding colors or like just changing the color in my mind as I'm perceiving it compared to the actual photo. So if I'm looking at it, it feels very different from what it actually is. And then when I'm drawing, because I'm unable to sort of understand that there's this disconnect, grayscale you have a hue? No, I don't think that would be how it works, because mathematically you have to fall between 0 and 360 here. Unless the math that did the conversion is not doing the math correctly. Because hue has to go between the... has to be around the entire thing. Even if you're gray, there should be a assigned value, which usually is red, because red's hue is 0. If you can see this very tiny H here, but... So it's kind of weird that it does this. Oh, sorry, it's not turned on. But anyways, yeah, I'm wondering, I think in the future, maybe I need to be a little bit more... I need to start changing some of the colors a little bit. I mean, it's not too late, exactly, but... That disconnect is interesting. I am not understanding it. Huh. Yeah, because what did I really want here, right? If I just painted over this, what was I expecting here? Was I expecting this? Or she's just kind of here? As dark as the rest of the building. I mean, kind of. Kind of? That's so dark, though. That is so dark. What was that? It's like lightness level 2. Pretty much pitch black. What is the brightest in the shadow here? 11. Oh. Actually not that dark necessarily, but... What do I want to do here? It could still work. It's very dark, but it could still work. Oh, I checked for the vertical third separation. I didn't check for horizontal. I didn't... Yeah, I don't think her face should be right smack in the middle. I wanted her impact to be a lot smaller, actually. This is probably what I wanted. Why is it so big? Anyways. Where are we at right now? Right now. Oh. It's the rule of thirds ruler thingy that I have in my ass that I take out once in a while to use. Kuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Literally psychotic. Holy shit. Get a grip. I didn't really want to force the colors to be exactly the same, but now I'm perceiving like a very distinct mood difference from what I originally envisioned. So I'm gonna bring it as close as I can. Still not green enough. Bro, get over here. Oh, is my building not long enough? Oh no, it's because my hair blocked it. Okay. I need to be so exactly the same, but I'm trying to remove differences here just to see what's up here. I don't know. I guess it go like this drills down to exactly what I think I was seeing before, right? Because like if I zoom out and I just capture the mood, then like the building and everything is just a silhouette. It's just one giant silhouette. Then there's nothing to see there because that's not the point, right? The point is to look at the sky. So if that were the case, if I put Rhea in the front here and have the same value, then it wouldn't make a lot of sense because I feel like so the original photograph's focus is the sky, so everything else can be taken out, and then you can focus on the sky. But if Rhea comes in, Rhea should be the focus along together with the sky. And but the way that she's positioned is that she's in the foreground and the sky's in the background. And if I want to see things, you kind of need it to be a bit brighter. So now we have like two bright sections, and then like a darker thing in between. So would the in between be like the darkest plane then? I suppose we could give that a try. Like if I remove that, so she's kind of visible, and then the buildings are here, right? So what if I just like literally took it down to black? It's as dark as it gets. I misclicked. Wow. Right, if I just lower the opacity a little bit, maybe not even that much, like just the values don't really make a lot of sense like this, right? It looks a bit weird to me because there's no direct lighting on her. Whatever lighting that is on her should be on the buildings too. Therefore, this doesn't make sense. So because we added a new so because the focal has changed, it doesn't really work that well. Which makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, right? I should have been able to sort of see this coming. What was the previous one? The previous one we had a character in the photo directly. We just changed the lighting because of why not? That's what I thought. Yeah, all we changed was the pose. Well, I mean, and then the lighting just kind of happened, but so anyways, so going back to the goal, right? If the practice was just to try to simplify stuff, get some texture rendering practice in and whatnot, then it is fine what we have. But the fact that it mismatched from my initial sort of inspiration is kind of should also be taken note of and addressed. I feel like I've had this multiple times where the focal changed without me being aware of it changing, and then in the end the balance doesn't really work that well. The one of the other ones I remember was the one with the Arknights with the Ryan Labs characters coming down the bridge. Because we went from environment into character, into single character, into multiple characters, and then the focal keeps changing. And as a result, the composition keeps changing. Kind of want to write this somewhere, but I don't know. Guess it would be... But it's not necessarily a specific thing, right? Anyways, I'm just going to put it here for now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in my... consolidated information document thingy. I'm just gonna write like one line. Don't worry, it's not gonna bloat into a half an hour rant about some nonsense. Oh, this actually falls under here somewhere. Either here or under the actual breakdown here. There's a process sequence here. Because ideation is part of the process here. Inspiration is just a very quick sort of very instantaneous ideation here. So I'm just gonna put it here for now. No, hang on a second, because this isn't technically classified here. And for this specific case, it's because the focal change and whatnot. But like, it's more of like using a reference for ideas. So we're talking specifically about the process of creation here. And this here primarily is a guideline, not the actual working. So it would be actually here perhaps, or like here. Because we're talking about using to actually create something, like the actual working part, like doing thing part. Uh, I don't know what to call it, but then there's two different ones. I think one's more spontaneous and one more structured, I guess. It doesn't mean that this is necessarily not structured, right? Because you're still being inspired in the same direction, but how do you spell spontaneous? Spontaneous? Alright, it looks kind of okay. Mm, Hello, G-Talk. Hey, G-Talk, did you change your profile picture? Lamau? That feels different. That feels different. Anyways, uh, I mean, to some extent, like, regardless if I consider it or not, like, I think part of what I saw was this thing. This darkness here. So it's not like forgetting to do it is like GG, 100%. Because if you felt something, there must be something there, is what I like to think. But I guess, like, the result might not necessarily come out what you expected it to. But, well, I mean, I do kind of need a quick sketch of the thingy here. What was my quick scat brush? Oh, right. This, but darker. Oh, we might. See how many photos I can go through this weekend. Like, how many pieces? Hopefully next week I can do some studies. color. Hola. Hola. How was this? When did I do that? What the? Hello, Dubey. Oh. Oh, very, very interesting. That's very unique. I feel I've never seen this this let me grab a That's kind of insane, like the rendering. It looks like a photo. You have to be so good. March hotel rent price is rising. Is Joe? Are you living in a hotel? Is that like a comment about like how everything's prices are going up, or are you actually living in a hotel, or is like March hotel like a very specific something? Oh, okay. Oh, it's the chemo well uh not replacement I suppose, but oh okay, I see. I'm trying to look for the ones that I just saw. That would do. Okay. Already dropped out. Wait, what do you mean price is increasing? They're making it harder for people to finish dailies? Is that it? Wait, March? Oh, I was gonna say, isn't March over? Wait a second. I suppose not. Not right. Not yet. It's not yet now, innit? It's not over yet now, innit? What happens if I upload two at the same time? Is it gonna crash? It doesn't crash. Edge detection is interesting. It's almost like a texture filter. I'm trying to see where the textures are. It's not really capturing these guys though. Not that well. Although if you spam it, you can see it a little bit better. But kind of interesting. It's the lighting and everything is very immaculate. It feels like a photograph because of how good they are at capturing all the very subtle differences in light. But like if you look at the rendering, the shapes and stuff, they're still very simplified. That's kind of insane to me. Like this looks so. Why is that though? Why is that? I wonder. Is it because like the bright spot is a lot more limited? It feels like this is the only part that's bright. Everything else is kind of muted. But I think it's just a very good understanding and control, I guess. Right, yeah, it feels very, very masterful. Like the bright areas are kind of localized here. I guess the fact that it's like very painterly and there's like all these very gradual transitions, right? Because it's like slowly creeping in versus like other stylized stuff where it's just like a one single step. That's what makes it look so photorealistic. Right, and also like I would never guess this is the brightest spot. I but I guess they're trying to keep the focus in the middle. Everything else on the outside is a bit darker, maybe. Maybe that's why. Edge control. Yeah, you got automotive for saying what? Oh, it's just late. Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought maybe you also got my automotive because of the wood edge. Edge control. Oh, wow. It is. Oh yeah, even with the textures too, it feels like paint, right? Oh, actually, you know what? It would be nice to add a feature here to toggle each mask individually on or off. So what did I say? I wanted this to turn on and off, and I need a color picker here as well. Maybe even like a tiny palette here, so we can collect some colors here and save it as an information or something. I don't know. I added note taking yesterday, which apparently doesn't work unless it's existing thing, which makes sense because I'm not saving the image here, right? So I don't have a place to store the data, but it would be nice to collect stuff over the period of time here. Yeah, this doesn't really work that well. But I think edge detection has some should have some parameters to do with the skill at which it's detecting. But anyways, this is very unique. I feel like very photorealistic, but it still looks so stylized. Not just in the proportion, but like in the shapes as well. It feels very. It still looks like a binary setup. We don't have like a whole bunch of miscellaneous colors inside everywhere. This is the rough, huh? The software. No, I've not heard of that. Rebel. Oh, I've never seen this before. Paint like a pro today. If only buying a software is enough to make you paint like a pro. Uh, is there anything special about this? Looks like they're trying to cater to people who are more traditional, perhaps. Maybe more traditional type-ish brushes and physics and color mixing, perhaps. Um. Oh yeah. Wow. Did you see that? The colors like sort of spreading out. Wow. Look at that. Fancy. They just can they simulate the watercolor tearing through the paper or something? Like if you have like too many brushstrokes over one area, it literally starts to tear, and then it'll be transparent in that spot because the pixels are gone. That'd be kind of interesting. Is this? Oh, is this what people were talking about, like good and bad color mixing? Because digital tends to go gray rather than because of the math, it tends to go through gray rather than having all these more vibrant stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, uni. Wow, look at that. Oh, is this what people meant? Okay, so I never really fully understood, but this is such a good representation. Demonstration of it, rather. Right, right. Okay, okay, now I can appreciate when traditional artists say, like, digital mixing doesn't make sense. Or, like, it's bad. This is quite the difference. Like, you have to relearn your process then, basically. Damn, this is giving me really uncanny valley vibes. It feels like some AI generated video here. It's so weird. It's like I guess maybe the simulation is so smooth. It's like spreading out so evenly and smoothly. Like, whoa, like at the same time. It feels kind of weird. Um, and then what? This is the shadows from like all the paint being like thick on the canvas, right? Yeah, it looks pretty cool actually. I think it's kind of ironic that like a digital painting software is making me more interested in trying out traditional at this point. Because it is kind of cool, like the paint kind of standing out away from the canvas. What the? Oh, okay, okay. It's just a normal transform. I thought it was like a 3D engine in there. Wait, how come I've never heard of this before? They seem like they have a lot of stuff that artists might like. But yet I've never heard of it. Never even seen anyone use it. What's the icon look like? Oh, hmm. Have I? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna try it though, to be honest, because uh I don't want to change any variables until I know what I'm doing. But good shit, I guess. Good shit. How much is it actually? It doesn't say how much it is in the downloads page. Okay. It doesn't have like a buy. Oh, sorry, blind. Um, 200. Oh, but this is 3 softwares at once. If you just buy 8 Pro, which I don't know what it gives you. Must be the wet and dry painting medium emulation, I guess, because it's not included here. Then, I mean, this is why, like, if I were to try out this software, it would be for this. So I guess this is the minimum entry for me then, if I were to go for it. Flame Painter. What is Flame Painter? Is a particle simulator or something? I don't know. It seems kind of steep. Or is it just for doing weird stuff like this? I feel like this is so hard to use though. Like, oh, okay, never mind. This looks kind of good. Sorry, skill issue apparently. It's just skill issue. But it's so hard to use, dude. But also $62 dedicated just for this. This is American dollars too, right? This is like almost $100 Canadian. Unless it's converted for me, but it doesn't really say. What is the other thing? Ember Light. Beautiful computer generated images and animation. Sorry, computer generated, does that mean algorithmically? Or like artificial intelligence E? No. Like I don't know which one I mean anymore. Fractal style imagery. Might just be math then, I think. Oh, I'm actually kind of curious about this one because I wonder how do you control this? Do you select math? Do you have just tools to drop in the patterns? In which case, wouldn't Clip Studio be just fine as well? Like, what's the difference here? I guess stuff like this. In Clip Studio, you would have had to. How would I make this in Clip Studio actually? You will need one of those like blend brushes with like a custom tip, and then you just kind of move your brush around randomly. Hmm. Very interesting. Wow. Oh, I'm receiving approximate 17% discount off the standard USD price as part of a commitment to fair access for our artists. Wow, look at that. Pretty cool shit. Wait, does that mean if I VPN? Wait, does that mean if I VPN? But you have to pay with, I guess, your country's credit card. If I VPN to Japan, would it be cheaper? VPN to Southeast Asia? Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh, this is how it works. Look at that. What is this? Oh, it's tracking my mouse. Oh, I was wondering what the hell it's doing. Okay. Creating amazing effects. But it's doing this symmetric thing though. How do I... Oh, symmetry. Clear? No symmetry. It's not even painting anymore. What? Oh, it's just really, really faint. Chaos is like too much chaos. Oh wow, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to do something like this that comfortably in Clip Studio. This is at least like there's value in this, I suppose. I'm sure there's more settings and stuff. What about the other thing? Oh, it's here. Try it. Yes. So it's just like the pen tool, I guess. Except I don't know how this... What is it affecting even? It's just more like a puzzle game than anything. I don't even know how it works. How is it distorting this? Oh, shit. Okay, if it's just one... Okay, so it's just one feel. What? So this is easy to understand. What is this? Why is it inverted? And then you have what? Two views? Now what? What was it doing? What? It's very interesting, but unless I can understand what's happening, like how are you supposed to use this? Huh. This is very interesting. Yeah, this is all math, right? Like Duvet, yes, thank you. Thank you for showing me another side. They don't look very good though. I'm sure the main software is a lot more powerful than this, but like this is what is this button doing? Anyways, how do we get there? Right. Oh shit. God damn, bro. Looks good. Nice water. Is that goldfish? Aren't they gonna die to the chlorine? Sure. Square thumbnails. A lot could be learned from them. Square thumbnails. Like these guys. Just like a quick sketch to capture the vibes and mood and all that. Yeah, like the changing color choice and then, like it's very deliberate, the colors, whereas I'm just copying right now. Scrub a bit. These guys. Thumbnails. You know what I'm missing? Maybe I should have done a color study and then try to tweak it a little bit. But no, it depends on the... Anyways. But then is that not the other side? Oh, maybe it should all be done together in one sequence. Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps that's the new plan. Anyways. I'm just gonna write one line of text. Let me write one line of text. Just one line. Hang on a second. Shit, where is it? Is this a markdown document? It is meant to be a markdown, right? But I never did write any titles here. Oh shit, I don't know how this behaves in markdown. Alright, anyways. It's not gonna work, but where in the hell is it? Shit, I don't know what the thing is. I just leave it like this for now. It's not gonna work, but alright. Hey, thank you, debate. Oh, hello there. Mostly one brush, I guess. Opacity on the brush, airbrush. Like capturing the mood, capturing the bigger contrast immediately, and then going in, and then tying it up. Sketches as opacity, some line weight. Wait, we're already at the end of the paint. What? Either this time that is incomplete, or like this is like the rest of the hour kind of magic. So it's just a... Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I see. Only the rough. Color comes later. I see, I see, I see. Yeah, thanks, Duvet. What am I looking at? It's like the props. Sin Chronicle. So it's like Arknight's materials, basically. Oh yeah, thank you, Duvet. Thanks. Thanks you very much. I need the other legs. I do think I need it. Presumably other arms. Oh, it's like inwards. Auto modded? What did you say? That auto mod loves you, Duvet. Favorite viewer of the year by auto mod. I don't know what I'm drawing. Come on. Cinematics? Blah, 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 blah. When the director is really good at the job, is that the one? This one? I see. Thanks, I'll check it out. Send the link as well, just in case. Cheers, Duvet. What? What do you select? Oh, it's bug. Need to render it too much. I want to block it out later. It might be a lot lower. Yeah, it should be lower. Alright, then what am I doing? I think I need doesn't really work. It should have been shifted up. Hmm. I'm not so sure about this at all. Hold on. Oh, wait a second. Grab half the face. Lamau. I think feel like what? I feel like the lines at least maybe slowly started to coalesce. Like having a rough and loose lines like this is feels pretty nice. You don't have to be so worried about everything. The anti-aliasing, the roughness, the thickness variation. But some other time I also wonder if it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because like people, like humans like seeing patterns, right? It's like some songs you listen to it a couple times and then you start liking it and it becomes your favorite song. Even though the first time you heard it, you might be like, oh my god, what the hell is this? So, I don't know, maybe just because we've done it enough with that same thing. But then again, you know, it's only been, how do I say this? We've continued to use this so many times just because we don't dislike it, I suppose. Anyways, no point thinking about that. If we like it, we like it, I suppose. I'm gonna leave the rest just not drawn here. Figure it out later. Actually, maybe I just want to balance. Actually, no, I don't know about the edges. Never mind. Because there is this one line here. Just get rid of this one line. So everything here will be I can add in lines later if I want. I just don't know what's happening here with the hand. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back. Aim well. If you just go in the bathtub, you don't even have to aim, broski. Uh-oh. Let me see. I was gonna say the proportion looks kind of okay, and then it started collapsing as I looked at it. Where's my face lines? This. Let's play around with this a little bit. The eyes got a bit smaller. I was aware of that, but then it didn't really trigger anything. I was like, okay. And now they look kind of small again. Schmo. Schmungus. Schmungus among us. God. You know you're tired when you're just making jokes to yourself and laughing at your own jokes, and no one else gets it. Because you never even explained it. Everything plays out in your head. Everything begins and ends in your head. Sounds like a good quote. Alright, so this versus the original, which I don't know where it is. Here. Bigger is better, I think. You know, as with many things out there, bigger is better. And so on the line, I need to grabby one more thing here. What if it goes across here? I think it's not on the neck. Remember correctly, it's not on the neck itself. Did I forgot? Oh shit, there is one on the neck. I forgot. That is true. That is true, right? Laugh at your own jokes, guys. Also laugh at yourself. Just stand in front of the mirror and just laughing at yourself. Wait, is this meant to be only 7? I thought this went around. But then the original... Oh, but the original... I see. This is like revised multiple times, I think. Well, I guess that's it. And then, what is this? Oh, sorry, I haven't fixed that. How about I just ignore it? How about I get good? Anyways, I'm gonna ignore it for now. For now, lens. 35. Up. 6. Up. These are not relevant. Actually, this is relevant for now. Just for now. The clouds feel kind of psychedelic. The lines are too messy on this one. So I don't need it. It's like the initial vision that I had. I no longer have it. I can still see it. I can still kind of feel it. But then now that we've come to this, we've gotten here. I all of a sudden want to make it a little bit more colorful in the shadows. Like, not just a little bit, perhaps. I think logically I should just follow what I feel like doing. See where it takes us, but then I don't have a good idea of what I should want to do right now. So if this was okay, what do I even do here, right? Because the character is kind of dark. If we keep her in this sort of value balance here, there's not much else left to render other than like some very minor amount of blue light from the sky. But given that these guys barely have any render, any blue light on them, she can't have that much either. Actually, do they even have blue here? Sorry, what would the color in the shadow represent? What would the color in the shadow represent? Color in the shadow represents the part that's not touched by the light from the sky? Or are you talking about more like sort of thematic stuff? Like thematically, what are the colors? Why are the colors chosen? Narrative? Right. Represent? So I feel like that question is very specific about like drilling down into a specific color in the shadow, right? Because the way of the question is phrased. I don't know how to answer that because I feel like the only thing I might be able to answer is why is everything so dark? Like why is not necessarily just like a specific set of colors, but like just overall everything as a whole. What I felt was just, you guys ever feel like that night blindness sort of vibe where like the sun is setting, but the street lights haven't come on yet? So you feel like you're kind of blind, like you feel like you can't see anything kind of feeling. It's kind of like that for like everything else, but then the sky is like the one thing that you can kind of see and perceive and sort of feel. It kind of feels like that, where you feel like you're not really like you're just like an observer. Like you're not significant. You're insignificant. You're just kind of existing as part of the darkness. You're just part of the indescribable shape, like indeterminate shape. But then you have this sort of still somewhat bright sky in the sky. Sorry, bright set of colors in the sky that kind of cast just enough light for you to see a little bit of something around you, but not really. And then the sky is still kind of the main focus. It kind of maybe what I was feeling. That's why I didn't like that's why I was wanting to like have everything kind of just like a big blob of dark. But I'm not sure if I still feel it, I suppose. Right, yeah, I don't necessarily go for like color equals specific emotion. But in this case, it's less of I'm not really feeling a specific emotion, right? I'm not saying I'm feeling melancholy or I'm feeling sad or happy or at peace or anything. I'm just feeling insignificant. I'm just perceiving this environment where everything is dark. Nothing matters really except for the sky that is still bright. That still looks kind of pretty, but there's no specific emotion tied to it. Um, if you guys get what I mean, like it's I'm not feeling anything at all. I'm just perceiving the darkness. It feels like for the shadow to a representation, I think more than context than just choosing a color. Okay, yeah, makes sense, right? Everything needs to exist relative to other things, right? Like the sky isn't strictly very bright in terms of value, but it is the brightest thing here. I don't know. I almost feel like we're not dark enough with the foreground at this rate. I almost feel like I am I need to push this down some more. Let me at least put the colors of the eyes in first. How do I do that again? I put it here, right? Oh wow, okay, so what? Oh, because it's got the multiply apply on it. Broski, give me this. I'll pick that out later. Actually, this looks kind of nice too. Oh, it's not even close. Oh, because it's on soft light. Maybe the eye layer should not be on soft light. Don't really want that to happen here. This is the eye, right? Maybe next time we try like the another way of doing this instead of doing. But it's the same thing. Though. What's the difference? Because I like the artist that Duvet recommended today, right? They had like that the thumbnail, the square thumbnail stuff, just to get the color right. But it's the same thing as what we've been doing. Like I mean, right? Because I'm just sticking to the photo. There's no real need to do it per se. But if we were to try to maybe change the values and colors a bit, maybe we should do that first. Have a really tiny thumbnail and get some colors in, and then work from there. Monochromatic, other palettes are fine silhouettes, but I can see why this can be more as well. Right, right. Right, you can kind of do like the mental switch in your head and be like, oh yeah, you know, I can't accept it as is for what it is. But what if I do this? Oh, be interesting too. Kind of dark. I mean, I could just take it as a dark part. Lock it. Okay, you know, I have to be honest. I did think about that, and there's a very good lore reason for it too, right? It's not like I just want to make it glowy because I'm edgy. It's because her eyes, this specific eye here, is not a real eye, right? It's a digital eye. So the colors here, presumably, is actually from like some kind of LED lighting, right? From it actually trying to be red, because otherwise there will be no color. It's like your LED screen needs to emit some light to be a certain color. I'm getting the read sequence. Yeah, well, I mean, yum yum yum. What? I just realized I drew the highlight circle thingy in, but like there shouldn't be any highlight because she's not like looking at any bright light source. I guess the only highlight would be the sky here, which should just be a tad bit blue. Just a little bit blue. Just a little bit blue. I'm losing my mind. Meow 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 meow. Oh shit! Where the hell am I? Okay. Automod. I wonder how difficult it would be to set up our own chat. Sorry. Why am I talking about? If we really want to just avoid automod, we could just chat in Discord. Yeah, it's no need for me to do anything fancy. And then I can write a Discord bot that then mirrors, propagates the message over to my own sort of UI thing that I can capture with OBS. That way I can still show it on stream. That way we can bypass automod forever, if ever. But then I guess there's a lot of emoji support, like the mentions. The thing is, like with I don't know if you guys are aware and like all the sort of AI progress. I know like AI is like a taboo, you know, a faux pas, but like it's getting more and more and more autonomous to the point where you basically there are people out there spending a couple $100s a month running like 5 different agents entirely autonomously, creating entire companies worth of projects and progress and making thousands of dollars a month doing jack shit sitting on the ass. I mean, like they are still they have to think about the project, they have to get it working and whatnot. Anyways, it's getting kind of crazy out there now. So if you can leverage it and do some kind of provide some kind of value, as I don't see why not. But like you're right, it is you know, holy shit, this guy not drawing anymore. So I'm gonna draw her eyes different every time, by the way. Not because I want to, just because I don't have any idea of what I'm doing. Um, so things always change. Hmm. Yeah, let's not do stupid shit like that. I don't need that. Let me just make it a little bit brighter and redder here. Just a little bit too much. I want to push it red. It's not really very red on the base color at all. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like through all the dailies, that the art map project, the analysis engine is still slowly getting refined into something even better. I keep thinking that I'm done with adding features, but every time we do something, I realize that hey, you know, this would help, that would help. So it goes to show, like I think a lot of these ideas that like people have about like making a project and then getting it done and then wondering why people don't want to use it is like, oh yeah, you really 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 do need like user feedback on what would be good and what would not be useful and like be bad and damaging and stuff like that. Very interesting stuff. Learning experience. Make it a bit brighter. I suppose. Actually, I should have turned this off a long time ago. Your brain can kind of filter it out, but it doesn't filter out the color of the purple lines, right? Like the lines here have color and it does kind of affect perception a little bit. I want the sky to be brighter than if that's the case. I think if we're gonna commit to this. But what's she looking at then, right? You know, it's not even hard at all if we want to just change the lighting situation to be like somewhere over the horizon that's still like a sun setting. All I have to do is just like make the top here brighter. I'm not gonna do it for the final, but I'm just wondering how it looks like. Oh, okay, that's not right. Oh, okay. Color dodge. Hello there. It's a bit too saturated, but this could work. Yeah, this could work. All you do is this. It's a bit too orange right now, but... And then for the lamppost, the wires. Wait, don't just... No, I can't do that. Bum, 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 bum. Now I kind of want to do this. Well, we can have both though. We don't necessarily... Okay, the glow dash is not very useful on all the darker stuff. Maybe hard light would be better. It depends on what the lighting exactly is, but I think I do like... Oh my god. They all kind of a pain, yes, to work with. I'm just gonna work with base colors here. What would it be here? How bright would it be? It'd be easier to do this. I don't know why my brain is not registering at all. What color makes sense here? This seems kind of bright, right? The pose or what color actually? Actually, on pose, is this Japan? Isn't Japan like those poses are kind of like gray? Light gray? So does it mean it's meant to be brighter then? So it needs to mimic this part here? The wires would probably be darker actually. So this might be selective here. How would I do this, right? I will need to select just the pose. I don't know. But I guess it needs to be more orange to fit everything. But the background of the sky is also not that orange either. I just like the orange and the red here. Oh, okay, this looks a bit more... more balanced. I don't know. But then the sky will have to change and then blah blah blah. Which is really not a problem. Yeah, the sky will likely be more purple in this situation, would it not? Not sure. Anyways. Just a thought. Shower thought. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? This is kind of weird. Like storytelling wise, like I think what I felt makes sense. I mean, it's gonna make sense to me no matter what because I felt it. But like usually when people draw comps like this, there is an implication of what the character is seeing. We don't show what the character is seeing, but we kind of imply, right? Like if like what like the setup just now is implying that she's looking into the sunset, which might explain her expression or her interest in the direction in general. But we don't have anything at all. So it's kind of weird because of that. If anything, like the emotion that the vibe that I was describing before, I probably shouldn't have her look in this direction. She should probably we should just see her back view, and then she is very clearly tilted her head up into the sky. That would be the correct, I think, a better way of depicting what I was describing before, rather than this. Like, right? If you can imagine this same setup here, but you just see her back view, and then she's just looking up into the sky, maybe even into the wires. Doesn't that make way more sense? So she's like us, right? We are all looking at the same thing together and just experiencing what is it that I felt looking at this photo in the first place. I think this makes more sense. God damn it, what is it exactly is it that I'm doing here? Like, I'm supposed to be practicing like simplification, but I guess like storytelling and all that can never really truly go away. But so now what is the question? I suppose I can go in and put in some more work on the hair. Some light from the sky, render in some shapes. But that would mostly be it, because like there's not much play here. Everything is so dark already. Then if we want to try, we can have like a back view looking into the sky, but then it wouldn't really be any different, right? Because like colorist wise, it's basically the same setup, just a different set of line art. So there's no real point in that. I suppose we could try having like the light in the sunset thing as well, as a variation of it. It'll make a bit more sense. But then the clouds and all that, we have to do a bit of changing to make the lighting consistent. Which is fine, of course. We barely spend any time on those anyways. Also, I was gonna use like that one artist, right, as a reference for quality control. I don't know where it is. I guess maybe I can try doing some of this tomorrow, like try to copy some shapes and ideas. Because right now it's not rendered at all. I tried to get some colors in, but then it just didn't feel right because it was too bright. But then now that it's this dark, there's also not a lot of point and not a lot of space to do any rendering. Oh god damn it! Did I close the main one? I did. Do we have any clouds here? Nothing shows the sky here, I think. Oh, right, we have this one. Right. I remember taking a closer look now. Can you give this a try as well tomorrow? So I guess we're kind of just skipping like simplification. Kind of here, I guess. Like after the character gets a little bit of rendering, I suppose simplification will be considered done, and then I can go in and try to learn some shapes and stuff. So that would be like a rendering practice. And I guess colors wise, we kind of already had to deal with the values and all that a little bit. Okay, I suppose. Okay. Storytelling, I also like felt something. I really don't know if any of this was stick. But I guess that's why it's important to be consistent and keep doing it. Hopefully we'll find similar stuff, and then I'll realize that, hey, we've done this before, and we learned this thing last time. Oh, wow, I'm so off with the wires. Anyways, I think I'll hop off here for today. yeah, I'll continue doing this tomorrow. Weekends, I'm hoping to be able to filter through and then come out with a couple of images for everything, like color render and stuff that I like, and then try to set a direction, hopefully, if possible. But yeah, otherwise, there's no desire to change this current sort of workflow per stream. I'll just continue for a bit more. But yes, anyways, thank you guys for coming. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.